It's a Wednesday and today is no different, right? We are doing a Youth Month Woman Crush Wednesday where we get young people in business, in communities, just trailblazing in different industries, and we bring them here to inspire us and, of course, inspire the future in our youth as well. Now, some people follow the safe path, but today's guest decided to rewrite her own story. She traded the courtrooms for check-ins, legal briefs for luxury hospitality, and has built a thriving brand that's putting Durban on the map. From attorney to entrepreneur, she's proving that taking a leap of faith can lead to incredible destinations. Please help me welcome the powerhouse, who's visiting us for the second time. It's been 3 years since she sat in this chair. Owner of the Elton Boutique Hotel, Claudia Gerber. Hi, Claudia.
Good morning, East Coast Radio and Carol. Thank you for having me back.
So exciting to have you back. It's been 3 years since you were sitting in that chair and now you're back, eh?
I know, I'm back in the hot seat.
In the hot seat. How has the 3 years been? Because when we first chatted, the Alton had just opened. And now you're like 3 years deep? Would that be correct?
It's actually been quite the journey. When we started...
Can I ask you to get a little bit closer to your microphone?
Not a problem.
Yeah,
Can you hear me loud and clear?
There we go, yes.
Wonderful. Yes, 3 years has passed and it has been an onward and upward journey as it goes, God willing and gracefully. 3 years ago was the beginning of a very new venture for myself and my family, joining the hospitality industry, which is something completely different to what we are used to, especially myself. As you noted, I'm from the legal industry originally. 3 years ago was a groundbreaking space for us. Coming into a space where we weren't sure if it was going to work, coming out of the COVID pandemic, not knowing if the rise of the tourism industry would occur again. And thankfully, Durban has shown us grace and KZN has shown us grace, and there has been the ability for us to see a lot of growth in KZN, a lot of growth in Durban. And we've experienced so much good things in the last 3 years, especially with the growth of the Alton, the growth of our brand, the Alton, as we will discuss further later this morning.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you mentioned that you come from the legal world and this is a family, a grown business. The name, the Alton, comes from your late brother, if I remember. That's how you gave the hotel a name. For someone who's never encountered the Alton, can you tell us the history? I mean, I've been to your venue a few times and the art around the hotel is just beautiful. I love African art, and when I see African people depicted in the most colorful and beautiful nature, it ignites something within me. And your art is something that definitely stands out. The decor inside the hotel, the food is incredible. Your views are beautiful. You can see there's a touch of real interest in how you've literally curated the entire spaces. For someone who's never been there, how do you describe the Alton?
Thank you for that prequel to what I'm about to describe. I think the Alton, for somebody who's never been there, is a space where it feels like home, it feels like luxury, and it's an epitome of being proudly South African and proudly African. As a family, we've always noted that we are not just South African, we're proudly African, and we've always leaned into knowing that the things that we'd like to embrace are our people, whether it's on the continent or just from our country. So as you said, a lot of our artwork is all South African artwork from KZN Art Gallery. Wow. A lot of the work is a depiction of Durban's beautiful city centre, the ocean, as well as local artists who are into alternative art, such as graffiti, as well as some of the alternative caricatures and that type of work is throughout our building. We've also used all local architects and interior designers to assist us in the creation of our different spaces.
Beautiful.
We've obviously taken inspiration from our travels as a family, from different spaces with the marble, and then there's a lot of work that's also seeming rough, but it has its purpose, meaning our ceilings, which have a more raw finish, and that comes from my father and mother's space in the construction and property development industry. So that ties us all into the beauty of both luxury and homeliness, and understanding that everything can be married together to create something beautiful. And yes, our view is spectacular.
It is
our rooftop view during winter and summer is breathtaking. The ocean is in front of us, and we have a beautiful pool and a bar on the rooftop as well, and a private dining area as well where we do conferences. So yes, it's a beautiful space to come experience if you haven't been.
Now, from a culinary perspective, I know that your late brother, whose name is Alton, was a chef or was studying to be a chef, and that's how you gave the name to the hotel, and then also the food. There's a specific touch in remembrance of him as well, right?
Yes, that's correct. So my late brother Alton, it's actually 15 years this year that he's passed. We'll be commemorating him this coming Sunday.
Oh, beautiful.
And he was a chef. He was a qualified chef. He is the inspiration behind the name, the Alton. A lot of our food comes from the concept of trying to marry in local ingredients, fresh ingredients. And my brother, who is very much alive and well, Liam, he is also a chef, and he works with us and helps create beautiful dishes at the hotel as well.
Oh, that is so beautiful. And I'm going to get into the space of family business and how you as a young person, you're 32 years old.
That's correct.
As a young person are running this business. And obviously at times like this where unemployment is so rife, it's so beautiful to see your families created opportunities for everyone within the family to sort of hold each other's hands and grow. But in also doing so, you're giving opportunities to the community and of course highlighting a beautiful city I love, which is Durban. So we'll get into that, and also just being a young person in a space you studied law and now you're like running a hotel, what that's been like for you, and how, to encourage young people that pivoting even early in life is scary, but it might just be your destiny and your purpose, right? So we'll get into all those details in a moment. We're hanging out with the beautiful Claudia Gerber, owner at the Elton Boutique Hotel out in Durban North. We're talking all things luxury, boutique hotel, family business, and of course, youth. We are in a too sweet situation because if you've ever visited the Elton Boutique Hotel, oh, what a treat. I say so because I'm sitting with one of the owners, and I say one of the owners because it's a family-run business, and Claudia Gerber runs the hotel establishment. It's a 4-star boutique, beautiful hotel in the heart of Durban North, and I've visited it for various events, and each time I've gone, I'm always floored at just how beautiful it is. The food is amazing, the ambiance, those big wooden doors coming in, the art. I could go on forever. I could really sing songs about this establishment. And Claudia's here. We've been chatting about the hotel, the offerings, and there's many other elements to who you are and how you plug into the Alton. Now, we've established it's a family-run business. Your mom, dad, your brother, you're all involved in the business. And I said to you, it's so interesting, especially in times like today where unemployment is so rife. I always feel like if you are in a family business, you are so blessed because you are creating space for not only your own family to grow and thrive, but also for others in your community to grow and thrive. And as a young person, being in this space, what has that been like? I know sometimes working with family can be difficult, but I mean, it's an absolute blessing.
Yes, thank you. So working with family is without a doubt one of the most challenging things somebody could ever do.
Yeah.
Because you have to balance being polite, being professional, but also being able to be extremely honest. And I think we somehow find it harder to be more honest and direct with those who are closest to us. So it has been a challenge, but it's also been a rewarding experience because I've been able to understand my parents from a human level.
Yeah.
Not from this is just my mom and my dad, but who they are and how they worked hard and fought to get to the space that they are in and what they've had to sacrifice to get to the space that we are in as a family. And that's also been a driving force for me. It's been inspiration for me to understand that there's never going to be a space where I am going to allow myself to take my foot off the pedal, if that's an expression to use.
Right.
Meaning that you're always going to have to put your best effort in, strive for the best, strive for excellence, strive to be the best version of yourself, not only for yourself, but for, as you're saying, it's a family business, for our family as a whole.
Yeah.
And their sacrifices have allowed me to see that I need to be able to put in the work to ensure that our future generations in our family have the same outlook when they look back and look at me and my brother.
I love. Briefly, pivots. You come from a legal background. You could have gone on and done your own thing, started your legal practitioner business and all that, you decided to do this. You pivoted into the whole industry of tourism and hospitality. As a young person, what was that like for you?
Initially, it was daunting. I had thought to myself, I had made all these sacrifices in terms of studying for many years, going through the grueling corporate world, in terms of working for a law firm. And if anybody knows, when you're working in a professional field, regardless of which professional field, there's definitely a space of sacrifice. There's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hours that goes into trying to be the best version of yourself in the corporate space as well. I will say that one of the best things that I did was join the firm Strauss Daly. They were my other family. I still love everybody that I worked with there dearly. They were a wonderful team to work with. And it definitely helped me build the foundation for my understanding of the business world, because it taught me a lot about corporates. It taught me a lot about how contracts work. It taught me a lot about how to deal with people in different spaces. And it was definitely a hard pivot. But it hasn't been something that's been lost on me, because it's still something that I work with day to day in the hospitality industry, because I still have to deal with contracts. I'm still engaging with people every single day. I'm still dealing with partnerships and collaborations, and all of that has legality in it. So I haven't completely left the legal world, but I've left legal practice.
There we go. Now, we are running out of time, but I need to get into two big things. Number one, Father's Day is around the corner. You guys always have the most amazing menus. What's happening for Father's Day? And I believe there's a new location, if you can throw that in there too.
Yes, thank you. So we have a Father's Day 3-course special that's coming up on the 21st of June, Sunday the 21st of June. We still do have some availability, so they can call in or WhatsApp us on 083-747-9039, and they'll be able to book a ticket. It's a wonderful setup. Please come celebrate your dads. Dads need love too.
I love it.
And then lastly but not least, we will be expanding the Alton brand to Newcastle. Newcastle is the 3rd biggest city in KZN, and we are going to be opening the Alton Luxury Guest House in the heart of Newcastle as well, and it's going to be something exciting for 2027.
Oh wow, that's exciting. So Alton's going to have a sister in Newcastle.
Indeed it will.
And lastly, as your advice for young people, I think the biggest struggle for most young people is graduating and not finding work, and being in a space where they're confused. You're a young person, you are working, you are ambitious. What do you have to say to young people listening now that are sitting with the most colorful degrees but no opportunities?
I'd like to say, humble yourself. And by that, I don't mean minimize yourself. I mean, humble yourself in terms of find a space to get in, get your foot in the door and work your way up. It does not mean that you have a specific degree, that you have to go into a specific field. Look for any job opportunity, because we are in a space where unemployment is high. So you need to find a space where you can put yourself into a space and work yourself up, because hard work will get you to a space where you can utilize your degree to the best of its ability.
So true. And you say that, I've heard of stories of people who've had to do the most unaligned work, and then they're in that space and meet somebody who actually is in the industry that they're in, and they go, wait, you actually have this qualification? I've got an opportunity for you. Just because you've worked so hard, completely unrelated in something else, I actually have something for you in what you've studied. So beautiful advice, Claudia. All the best. The Elton Boutique Hotel gets a sister in Newcastle in 2027 and 21 June. There's still a few seats for Father's Day to spoil your daddy at the Elton Hotel. A beautiful, beautiful one. Thank you so much, Claudia, for joining us.
Thank you, Carol, and thank you, East Coast Radio listeners.
Carol Ofori, weekdays 9 to 12 p.m. East Coast Radio.